But before that, listen to this.
हजारों बब्बर शेर यहां आज आए हैं। ये एक विचारधारा के लिए लड़ते हैं। ये आम बब्बर शेर नहीं है कि किसी भी चीज के लिए लड़ जाए। ये विचारधारा की लड़ाई लड़ते हैं।
मोदी जी, विजय, you both can fool people who are illiterate in Gujarat or in other place, but you can't fool Kerala people.
सरदार पटेल जी सिर्फ एक व्यक्ति नहीं थे। आपने उनकी शरीर की मूर्ति बनाई, मगर वो सिर्फ एक व्यक्ति नहीं थे। वो गुजरात और हिंदुस्तान की किसानों की आवाज थे।
मोदी जी, विजय, you both can fool people who are illiterate in Gujarat or in other place, but you can't fool Kerala people.
Viewers, the Congress party is called the Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress, the first two words in that name should be a promise to represent every Indian, every state, every community, every language, if you will, every culture. But that is clearly not the case. Mr. Khadge, who's the Congress president, was campaigning in Kerala and he called the people of Gujarat illiterates. The president of a national party insulting an entire state to get a few votes in another state. This is the same party that calls itself, Muhabbat ki Dukan, shop of love, etc. And what kind of love is this? Love for Kerala votes and contempt for people of Gujarat? Is that the love Congress is selling here, viewers? And let us not forget, this is not the first time Sam Pitroda, Rahul Gandhi's closest confidant, mocked the people of Northeast, compared them to Chinese. Look at fellow Indians and, saw foreigners in them. So Gujaratis are illiterates according to them. People from Northeast India look like Chinese. What does Congress see when it looks at India or Indians? Vote banks, viewers, just vote banks. Divided, labeled, properly labeled and ranked by, for lack of a better word, electoral utility. The British used this as a tool, divide and rule, pit one community against each other, create suspicion, hate, manufacture contempt, and then rule the country. And in all of this, Rahul Gandhi, who keeps talking about Bharat Jodo, is silent. What brand of Bharat Jodo is Mr. Khadge practicing here by dividing Indians? Pitroda divides Indians by face. Khadge does it by state. Revant Reddy divides Indians by religion. Here's the people of India are watching and taking notes. Let's open this up. Nikhil, how will you defend this?
By simply asking your viewers to listen to the video I've already played. He said that Narendra Modi can fool people who are illiterates and in Gujarat and other places. He is saying that Narendra Modi has fooled people who are illiterates, which he's pretty well done, which is something that BJP people in Kerala also admit, that the reason that the BJP is not able to grow in Kerala is because the Kerala has the highest literacy rate. I don't really understand why he's just playing into Shehzad's
very
narrative.
good. This is how you make it worse for the party. Dr. Ranganathan, didn't I tell you we are preparing Nikhil for the second debate? You say, no, you have to believe it. You think I coach Nikhil Jain? He does this on his own. Dr. Ranganathan, उन्होंने Mr. Khadge का ऐसा support किया. All people who vote for BJP are illiterates, according to Nikhil Jain.
No, जैसे धुरंधर का डायलॉग था ना, हिंदुस्तानियों का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन हिंदुस्तानी है, पाकिस्तान नंबर 2 पे आता है। कांग्रेसियों का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन कांग्रेसी है, मोदी नंबर 2 पे आता है। He has said something that is worse than Kharge ever did. The fact of the matter is, this is the similar thing of what Hillary said, basket of deplorables. And that means Narendra Modi has been fooling illiterates. That is the reason why he is the third time Prime Minister. Is that what you're saying? And by the way, for the information of Mr. Kharge, the Gujarat literacy rate is 5% more than the national average literacy rate. 85% compared to 80 of India. So both of you get your facts right, but the fact is you will not influence voters because वैसे ही नोटा से कम वोट मिलते हैं कांग्रेस को.
शहजाद, सारे आपके वोटर्स इलिटरेट हैं.
First of all, I have a larger problem. Forget what they are labeling our voters. even if a person happens to be illiterate because of some circumstance, it doesn't mean that he is or she is unable to make a good political choice. Illiterate people are not politically unsound people or dumb. So this elitist view that just because you have studied from class 1 to class 12 makes you more competent in a democracy is a top-down democratic approach, a very parivarik democratic or monarchy-style democracy approach. Actually, that has been reflected by Nikhil's defense of a very bad statement of Mr. Kharge. By the way, Mr. Kharge is only speaking to his core constituency, which wants India divided. They divided India on religious lines, then they divided India on caste lines, then on state lines. By the way, a person from the state of Mr. Kharge, his close colleague, has said that India should be divided into north and south on the basis of the fact that north pays lesser taxes. Then you have the DMK leaders who say that Hindi speakers, UP Biharis, are toilet cleaners, table cleaners, and they have said much worse things. You have had Punjab ex-CM Channi ji call UP and Bihar people as Bhaiya. So they have been using these pejorative terms for people who are not voting for them. And Randeep Surjewala, he used the equivalent of Hillary Clinton's statement that Janta is Rakshasi. So this abuse of Janta if they don't vote for you, or to think that because somebody is illiterate, they will be voting for another party and not for you, is both flawed and is both disgustingly entitled view. But wait for it, Imran will also pull out some statement from 1862 to justify the statement. Mark my words.
Okay, let's go to Imran Ahmad Ali. Imran, do you endorse what Mr. Kharge said? Forget what Mr. Kharge said. It happened in front of you. Do you endorse what Nikhil said?
Okay, first I'm not forgetting what he said. I'll go back to two lines before what he said also. Don't misguide the people of Kerala, not a wrong statement. They are very clever and educated. Yes, the second highest literacy in India. And I do not agree with Shehzad's definition of literacy at all. In India,
this
the
is not a
definition of
debate on
is not
literacy.
someone
1 minute. I will call you when we discuss that. Because, you know, Nikhil will not make the cut in that panel. I will have you. But you answer my question.
Okay. I'm answering your question. I'm going back to exactly his statement and I will agree with Nikhil to a certain extent and I'll tell you how.
You
Modi
agree
ji,
with
you
Nikhil that
cannot
people who vote for BJP are illiterates?
Fool illiterate people. 1 second. No. Calling someone illiterate in the statement, read the statement, and I'm not trying to mince my words here. You can fool people who are illiterates is not the same as calling everyone illiterate. Show me one statement which says that he said all Gujaratis are illiterate. Show me one statement. Because maybe your understanding of English and my understanding of English may be different.
सही बात है.
Now I come back.
मुझसे गलती हो गई.
Thank you.
कि मैंने बुला लिया आपको. आप तो मुझे ही सही illiterate बोल दिया आपने. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, you are from JNU. आप ही बता दीजिए सर, मुझे तो illiterate ठप्पा लगा दिया मुझ पे.
What are they trying to achieve out here? What are they trying to achieve? Did you know, for example, that one of the cornerstones and I would say great achievement of Jawaharlal Nehru, there have been very few. One of them was
franchise.
that yes.
Universal
At the
adult
time when
franchise.
India's literacy rate was 12%.
Exactly.
That was one of the greatest decisions of Pandit Nehru. Because he realized literacy, knowing how to read and write, and go by the technical definition of literacy, anyone aged above 7 who can read and write is considered literate. So it doesn't mean that a person would be having an IQ, I don't believe in that, of Einstein. They are general Indian population like you, like me, who are able to make a choice that will make their future more secure. Literacy has got nothing to do with it, please. So please, you know, and Imran said it, but he was trying to be more nuanced. Much more nuanced than my good friend Nikhil. But all of them, I have jumped from the frying pan to the fire. The only person laughing is Mr. Kharge. कह रहे हैं मैं बच गया.
No, but I don't agree with one point at all. The fact that even if a set of people make a political choice, you sit on such a moral high horse or whichever high horse, that you call their decision to be driven by illiteracy. I mean, that is the worst thing to do. In democracy, the beauty of democracy is the decision may not be liked by you, but it is the decision of a majority of the people through a democratic system. So you accept it the way it is. You don't get to sit in judgment on it. That is the problem. The problem is, and secondly, I just want Mr. Nikhil Jain's argument and Mr. Imran Khan's argument to be played in front of Akhilesh Yadav. Does Akhilesh Yadav agree that Uttar Pradesh के लोग illiterate है? तो illiteracy में वोट किया क्या आपको 34 सीट दी? हाँ बोलिए आईपी सिंह जी, ये इलिटरेट लोग हैं इसलिए उन्होंने आपको ज्यादा सीटें दी क्या इस बार 2024 में? ये
Nikhil,
किस
I'm
प्रकार
coming
की
to you.
बातें हैं?
Nikhil, you know, use the time to recover from, you know, what you just said.
आईपी सिंह जी इस पे तो स्टैंड ले लीजिए कुछ.
देखिए, अंधा पार्टी रेवड़ी घर घराना दे. प्रधानमंत्री आज तक हाई स्कूल इंटरमीडिएट ग्रेजुएशन की सर्टिफिकेट प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पाए. देश का शिक्षा मंत्री नवी फेल महिला को बनाया. उत्तर प्रदेश में उप मुख्यमंत्री केशव प्रसाद मौर्य को बनाया.
Nikhil, 1 minute, don't laugh, Nikhil, 1 minute. आईपी सिंह जी मुझे एक बात बताइए, अगर कोई पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है, सुन लीजिए सर, सवाल तो सुन लीजिए. अगर आईपी सिंह जी, अगर कोई पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है सर, उसे राजनीति में नहीं होना चाहिए.
तो सवाल बीजेपी और आरएसएस पर है कि कैसे लोग इलिटरेट हैं, और गुजरात की लिटरेसी पर हमें सफाई मत दीजिए. आप
सफाई तो आपसे लिया सर. आप अलायंस में कांग्रेस के साथ
पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, पता है ये बोल रहे गुजरात के बारे में. ये कांग्रेस गुजरात को स्वीकार है क्या? ये क्या बोले जा रहे? दिस इज एंड दे हैव नेम्ड देयर अलायंस
कांग्रेस बची गुजरात में. इज द कांग्रेस देयर इन गुजरात?
नाम इनके अलायंस का I.N.D.I.A है. आयरनी देखिए, इंडिया के हर शब्द.
And I began by playing what Rahul Gandhi has said about Congress workers. ये ordinary बब्बर शेर नहीं है, ये real बब्बर शेर है. He was talking of Gujarat Congress workers. I wonder what they must be, you know, thinking of what Mr. Kharge has said, and now Nikhil. Nikhil, can you defend what Pitroda had said about people from Northeast? They look like Chinese. I'm sure you have a theory.
Pranesh, I find it very difficult to try and understand the very basics of conversations of
That I know,
language, of
that you have
expression,
comprehension issues, that I know.
paleo anthropology. I see, this is the point your viewers will see. I am saying I am finding it difficult to explain to you, but you hear that I am saying I have comprehension issues. यार शहजाद and Pranesh, तुम लोग इंग्लिश क्यों नहीं सीख रहे हो भाई लोग? बहुत अच्छा लगेगा सीखोगे तो.
अरे
It's an
डॉक्टर
English show that we debate on every day.
Okay.
Yet half the
Nikhil,
arguments you guys
Nikhil,
make-
1 minute. Okay. So, you know, I don't know English. Dr. Ranganathan, you know, knows the language, or you doubt his credentials also?
The statement is you can fool illiterates in place X and place
Let's
Y.
play out Mr.
But
Kharge's
you can't do
reaction
that.
once again. Let's play it out. Let's keep our guests in one window. Let's play out the reaction. Can we do that, please?
Don't misguide the people of Kerala. They are very clever. They are educated. Modi ji, Vijay, you both can fool people who are illiterate in Gujarat or in other place, but you can't fool Kerala people.
Dr. Ranganathan.
Now, 1 second. Look, India's literacy rate is 80%. That means 20% of Indians are illiterate. All of them also vote. But I want to ask Nikhil, does Congress believe that all those illiterates who have voted can be fooled? And if more of the population of the literates have voted for BJP, that means the literates also are fools, that they have been fooled. This, I hope my good friend Nikhil has understood. I have tried to explain in very simple English without Tharurisms in it. So I hope you're able to understand that the 20% of Indian population that is considered illiterate are foolish because they get fooled by Modi. Is that what you are saying or what Congress is saying?
Can I add just one line and
No,
then
no,
Nikhil
no.
can
Let
answer?
him,
Just one line.
let
just
him,
one line.
otherwise he'll say he is not understood
One
the
line,
question.
just one line. I'll finish in 10 seconds. The fact of the matter is that Nehruji won most of his elections when maximum number of people were illiterate. So are you saying that at that time he was fooling them? Nikhil, it's all yours.
Okay.
Unless you've not
Can I now respond?
comprehended.
Oh my God. Shehzad, you are a champion of making sure that people, you can misuse the benefit of being in a studio and the other person having to face the lag of being from a unit. But be that as it may, when I say that you can fool illiterates in place A, but you can't fool the people of place B. That is not to say that everybody of place A is an illiterate. That is not to say that everybody voting for the BJP is an illiterate. Now, if you are having troubles comprehending that, I really can't do much about it. I may have said that you can, go ahead and go to a college and learn something, but that's something that the BJP is going to kick you out for doing, because that is the same party that said hard work चाहिए, Harvard नहीं चाहिए. और वो hard work ने इतना अच्छा प्रधानमंत्री दिया है कि डोनाल्ड ट्रंप के आगे वो कुछ बोल नहीं पा रहे हैं.
Okay, Nikhil.
I don't really understand.
Now, Nikhil, 1 minute. What do I even say about you? Dr. Ranganathan, Nikhil thinks that, he can, or people can make more sense if they're sitting in studio. I mean, Nikhil comes here often. Even then, he's, just as good.
No, look, Nikhil is going around circles, and the fact of the matter is that I feel like I'm a little illiterate. After this debate, मेरी कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि निखिल कहना क्या चाह रहा है.
Nikhil, with your permission and indulgence, you were campaigning for the Congress in Bihar? You were?
I never said that I was campaigning for the Congress in Bihar. No, I wasn't.
No, let me get this straight. I can understand that you can say a party is fooling people. That is legitimate political discourse in a democracy. That one party is trying to pull wool over the eyes of the voter. But to imply that any voter, A or B region, some or more, it is to say that the voter who has exercised his franchise for whatever reason, the problem is that you're not getting the fundamental juice of democracy, which is that the voter, whatever call he takes, is a call that is divine. You think of Janta as a sevak, rather than thinking of Janta as a Malik. That is the problem. But when you think of them as a Malik or as a Devta, then whatever decision, that's why we say the difference is Janta Janardhan for BJP and Janta is Naukar for Congress. That is the difference. For them, Parivar is Malik.
Nikhil,
so Parivar's decisions are divine, but Janta's decisions are to be questioned.
Nikhil, let me play out, another Congress leader's remarks. Listen to this. This is Mr. Surjewala talking about people who vote for Modi.
राक्षस हो तुम लोग. भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जो वोट देता है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जो समर्थक है वो राक्षस प्रवृत्ति का व्यक्ति है. मैं आज महाभारत की इस धरती से श्राप देता हूं.
Nikhil, Imran, IP Singh ji, people who vote for Modi and BJP are rakshas, demons. Nikhil?
Pranesh, it's rather rich of Shehzad Poonawalla, the BJP spokesperson, to be calling out language of leaders from the Congress when it is his party that says that
is not the question. I am talking about Mr. Surjewala. Forget Shehzad Poonawalla. Surjewala bola maine. Surjewala, not Poonawalla. Nikhil?
Ruling party. I don't want to say the third wala. My very good friend Shehzad would not like it, but the simple point is the same party that says
आपने इतना बोल दिया ना, there is nothing left to the imagination. और डॉक्टर रंगनाथन
नहीं मैं तो कहूंगा कि don't pull your hair on it, you say it. आप बाल मत खींचो, आपको जो बोलना है बोल दो, मन से निकाल दो, but answer the question.
Shehzad, I couldn't have pulled my hair even if I wanted to, because you know what? I know how to take a joke. I don't get.
That's okay. Okay, now, okay, gentlemen, please. Doctor, 1 minute. 1 minute. Nikhil, Shehzad, would calm down. Let him answer. Nikhil, what is this mindset that people who vote for Modi are illiterates, demons? Why are we doing this?
Pranesh, what is this mindset that people who vote for the Congress are Deshdrohi, Pakistan Parast, Vibhajan Parast, Jihadi, this, that? That's the kind of stuff the Prime Minister himself says. Please question the Prime Minister first and then let's question the Congress and Congress.
Show me the statement. Show me the statement. Play the statement. Chalo.
Find out the statement. Let me go to Imran. Imran, I just played out Mr. Surjewala's comment.
It's rather rich of Shehzad to, on one side, take offense by assuming that Mr. Kharge called Gujaratis illiterate.
Assuming?
On the same
He
side
said
on national
it.
television, he questions someone's intelligence. He questions someone's comprehension ability, and now also goes ahead and body shames him. And I don't know, body shames or hair shames Nikhil.
Now, an individual, because his surname shamed me.
Rather, it shows the mindset. This is the mindset. This is his mindset. You know, the problem is here. These double standards is what all of us can have a look at. On one side, Dr. Ranganathan very clearly and aptly knows that what is the definition of literacy in India, which was completely overplayed by Shehzad, and he said first class.
What is the definition of a Rakshas? Tell me, because you are interested in defining things. What is the definition of Rakshas, Professor Imran Ahmad Ali? Tell me.
Kharge's statement. Mr. Kharge, did he call?
No, Mr. Imran Ahmad Ali. What is the definition of a Rakshas, demon for you?
Yes, Mr. Pranesh.
बताइए सर.
राक्षस, अब वो तो जिसने बोला आप उसी को पूछ सकते हैं. हर बंदे के राक्षस. मेरे लिए मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी आपके स्टेशन पे ना मिलने के लिए अब कल मैं आपको राक्षस बोलूं, दैट्स नॉट माय इंटेंशन. यू कैन कॉल एनीबॉडी अ राक्षस. बच्चा जब रात को नहीं सोता उसके लिए पुलिस वाला अंकल भी राक्षस होता है, बुड्ढा बाबा भी राक्षस होता है. So let's not go into who called who a Rakshas. If you have the thing, then call that person out to National Television City. Who did you mean?
Dr.
Now,
Ranganathan,
on one side,
I am. You don't have to fold hands, sir. I am sorry that I am having this debate with people like the ones who are present. I don't even know what to say.
I know. This is not, Pranesh, this is not hair shaming. I don't know whatever that phrase means, but this is brain shaming. Collective India's brain has been shamed right now, but what my friend Imran has said.
Yeah.
IP सिंह जी, सवाल आज यही था, लेकिन इस पे आप कुछ बोले नहीं. ये अब जनता देख रही है. अगले डिबेट में मैं पूछूंगा. आप इसमें तैयारी आपकी शायद होगी नहीं, जो भी है अब अगले बार पूछूंगा. आप ज्यादा समय नहीं है. आप खड़गे जी ने क्या बोला वो सुन लीजिएगा, और मैंने सुरजेवाला का आपको रिवाइज करवा दिया. हम मिलेंगे सर, जल्दी मिलेंगे. व्यूअर्स, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग द न्यूज आवर विद नाविका कुमार ऑन द अदर साइड.